For the last 3 days, I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I have to be honest, this game is actually amazing. That said, my experience was hindered by some annoying and inconsistent performance issues as well as crashes. I'm going to address the bad and ugly before telling you why exactly this game slaps. Over my now 30 hours of playtime, my game crashed 6 times. 6 goddamn times. That's way more than God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the Resident Evil 4 remake, as well as the Dead Space remake, and finally, Dead Island 2 combined. And by the way, I platinum Dead Island 2, and for the entire time, the game runs smoothly since launch. I can't say the same about Jedi Survivor since you can feel the force taking your frames away almost every time. Actually, I noticed that the drops in frame rate would happen more often while you were exploring Kobo, for example, and specifically the open areas. Whenever you are in a closed location, like a cave for example, the game remains smooth until you decide to venture outside. I am playing on the PlayStation 5 system and performance mode is always my go-to, especially for fast action games like this one. However, I had to revert to quality mode while exploring because it was less inconsistent or taxing. Jedi Survivor looks amazing, but it is quite hard to appreciate its beauty when the game runs like a potato. You can tell the game needed more time in the oven before being released, but EA apparently didn't think so. And fun fact, this game did get delayed for the same reasons it should have been delayed today. Performance issues. It is quite funny that they talk about hitting the quality bar when the game runs terribly even on high-end PCs. If this is the best state the game was released in, only God knows how bad it would have been before the initial delay. Overall, Star Wars Jedi Survivor continues the trend of AAA games being broken at launch, with paying customers being reduced to beta testers. Coming from EA, which probably makes billions with FIFA alone. Well, to be fair, FIFA is also kind of trash, so I guess at least they are consistent with the bullshit, unlike the game's frame rates. Those performance issues alone should presumably demotivate you from buying the game altogether until they decide to address those flaws with patches and updates. But here's the thing, Jedi Survivor is actually an amazing and fun game. In my opinion, this game had everything to be the best Star Wars game ever made. 30 hours in and I'm drowned in content, from the new combat stances to the detailed customization options. The game just keeps on giving. I have explored 5 planets, and Kobo is by far the biggest one when it comes to everything it has to offer. It almost feels like a planet within a planet. I was always eager to see what would come next if I decided to go into that one cave or access that one new path thanks to a newly found ability, and I have to applaud the game for keeping almost every single power-up or 2 Cal Kestis acquired by the end of Fallen Order, the prequel. Climbing walls is fast thanks to your gloves, and when it comes to traversal, this game feels like Ghost Runner but in third person. Yeah, I know, Jedi Survivor didn't reinvent the wheel or create something new, but what they did instead is to combine the wall running from Prince of Persia with the traversal in Uncharted and add their own spin on it, the Star Wars magic on top. The result is a familiar, yet challenging and at times impressive recipe, which just feels so rewarding once you just get the hang of it. Having great traversal is one thing, but having a great level design to take advantage of those mechanics is something else. I think Jedi Survivor hits the right note almost every single time. Throughout your journey, you will face new challenges by interacting with some false tiers. Those tiers can go from very toxic to slightly less toxic, but every once in a while, you get those very satisfying levels which utilize all the traversal mechanics at your disposal, and I gotta say, they nailed it. I found myself eagerly waiting for the next false tier or the next meditation chamber. Something you may not know about me is that I love when games have well-constructed puzzles. Not only does Jedi Survivor deliver in that department, but it rewards you for your time with new perks or cosmetics to make Cal the flashiest Jedi in the Star Wars universe. And just when you think that's everything the game has in store for you, you get access to holographic combat simulations, which is just a fancy and fun minigame where you face your allies. Defeating them will reward you with some loot, but it is not about the rewards, it's about the friends we made along the way. You will be able to recruit new allies while exploring the galaxy, and those people will in return help you in a way, whether it is by capturing rare fishes or tending to your garden. This game is so much fun when it works.
The Jedi! Get ready to die! Ah! Power still powerful!
And lastly, the combat. Now listen, I think the combat in this game is a hit and also a miss. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, which is Jedi Grandmaster, and I have had my ass kicked an unreasonable amount of times. Come to think of it, I might make a separate video just about the combat design once I beat the game or face every single enemy type. The parry timing is not my problem. My problem is that you almost get nothing for performing perfect parries in the first place. Evidently, the opponent's guard can be broken, but often you will only be able to hit them twice before they recover. For most encounters, you just play the guessing game trying to figure out when exactly it is your turn to attack. Sometimes that turn never comes, and if you guess wrong, you will probably be dead since enemies can all attack at the same time. So just picture this, 10 stormtroopers shooting at you while 2 droids are relentlessly pursuing you. Yeah, this is yet another case of developers not knowing how to make a difficulty or combat system challenging as opposed to tedious and unforgiving. Thankfully, with 5 stances to choose from, you are bound to make the challenge less annoying. My favorite stance is by far the blaster, which allows you to shoot both. At first I thought it wasn't going to be my main stance, but with the right skills and perks, you can destroy pretty much everything. Plus, you get bonus points since it looks pretty dashing.
Detected. You will regret that.
Overall, Star Wars Jedi Survivor had everything to be great, but will probably not be remembered for what it does great. The performance issues and the overall jankiness of the game cannot be overlooked, especially when this is supposed to be a next-gen only game. The main redeemable factor is the fact that it is absolutely fantastic and fun. But even then, I think you should hold on to your money and get the game when it plays better. I'm Jisoo, and if you want to know more about the best stances or some gameplay tips, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Do let me know what you think about the game down in the comments, and may the frames be with you.
What a view. A lot easier to appreciate without those pilgrims. Good riddance. First time I've had a break since I got here. Nice to take a load off and appreciate the little things.